Hi everybody. Today we're going to be making sage tincture, sage from my garden. With any time you're going to do something herbal, natural, be sure to do your own research. I'm not a doctor, disclaimer. So do your own research on it. I have found many things like this to be beneficial. For example, the elderberry syrup that I make, an elderberry tincture, I think is very beneficial. Sage is full of antioxidants. That I think we know for sure. But some of the other things that may benefit is helping to lower your LDL cholesterol. It could be good for oral health, for menopause symptoms. It may help promote brain and memory function. So there's all different kinds of things that it may be good for. So like I said, do your own research and then decide if it's something you want to do, because like with any of these, there also can be side effects. And so if it's something new you're wanting to try, you may you talk to your doctor about it if that is something that you want to do. Also, try in just very small doses. I personally have not done sage yet. I have done thyme tincture, and what that was good for was cough. Now, I've been very healthy, so I haven't really had any need to use it much, except one time, and I think it was allergies, and I was coughing. I did take it and did not cough again the rest of that night. So I can only attest to the one time. My husband was also having allergies. Same thing, it was with the cough. He took it and he didn't cough for at least like 45 more minutes. So all I can do is talk about the very small amount of time that we have used it for. He did it a couple of times. It did seem to help. I know with me it did help the one time I used it. I think it's wonderful that I haven't been sick and needed to use it. So, and I do take my elderberry syrup every day. We both do. You can go back and also watch my video on that, on making your own elderberry syrup, since it is so expensive. Same thing with tinctures. When you buy them, you get these little tiny bottles, and they can be very expensive. So if you can make your own, and it's very easy to do, it's going to save you some money. But again, do your own research and check it out and see if it's something that you're comfortable with doing. Now, we're going to head out to the garden and go pick some sage. So this is my sage. Look at it, it's beautiful. So I'm just going to clip it here. I think I'll start down here. And I'm just putting it into my little colander, because that's what I'm going to be rinsing it in. Do you notice my chives? Aren't they beautiful? I'm going to make homemade hummus today, so I'm going to be coming out here to get some chives. I'm going to be filling a quart jar, not quite full, probably about 3/4 full with the sage, so I just want to be sure I have enough. I'm going to have plenty, that's for sure. This is my echinacea plant, so it's doing well, and after it flowers, I will be harvesting some of that, doing tinctures and tea, also great for the immune system, of course. We all know echinacea is good for that. I may have a video on that later in the year. Okay, so I've got my sage rinsed off. I just rinsed it right in the colander that I had. And I'm gonna chop it up a little bit. This is optional. Some people don't chop it. I think though that anytime you can break that up and release all that goodness in there, it's better. I do have to tell you, it smells like I'm making spaghetti or something. just kind of like in my elderberry video that I did from the frozen berries, and how I just kind of slammed it on the counter and it helps break the cell walls. This, you're really releasing that. I think it's going to get into the vodka quicker. Okay, and I'm not doing a lot. I'm not chopping it up really fine or anything. This is a clean jar from the dishwasher. So I'm just going to put this in here. Probably have enough to do maybe a half of one too. Or I could fill it, but I think I'll do about that. Maybe I'll use this for something later. Maybe I'll make spaghetti. I'm going to make homemade hummus today, so I'm going to go back out and pick some of those chives. I know that. Okay, on your vodka, you want to use one, I like to use one that's at least 80 proof. And it'll last a long time. You know, that's the other thing, using a higher proof alcohol, it will last a lot longer. So we're just going to pour this over. And since this is for health, I mean, you don't have to use some expensive, really good tasting vodka. This, though, is, you know, I think it's kind of a middle of the road. It's a good tasting vodka, but it also is 80 proof, so it's fine. I've used cheaper vodkas before. I just happen to have had this one from the last tincture I did. Well, and for dirty martinis. Okay, so we're just going to fill that up. I'm going to put just a little more in there. I want it to be full. I'm going to put the lid on. And then I'm going to keep it in a dark place for at least 6 weeks. Now, one thing I like to do, too, is about once or twice a week, I like to shake it. So that's it. This is going to be stored in a dry place. And then when you use it, you're going to drain it off. And what I like to do is put them in these. I just pick them up at the dollar store. They're little salad dressing bottles. And I get labels on them because I sometimes give these out too as gifts. This one has elderberry in it. And these labels, they just slip in and out of this plastic label or there, so it keeps it clean. You can wipe it off. You can change your labels around that way. This one is my thyme tincture. This is elderberry. Now I said I do elderberry syrup every day for preventative, but I do that in a syrup. And the tincture, what's nice about that, if for some reason I don't get my elderberry made in time or anything, the tinctures last longer. So I always know I have some. I can put it in a bottle to take it. When we travel, we always take elderberry with us. That is part of our regimen, our health regimen, is taking elderberry syrup daily. And if I can't do the syrup, then I'll do the tincture. Anyway, so that's all there is to it. This will be ready in about 6 weeks. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do my own research still on how often I'm going to want to take this. Like with my elderberry syrup, I do as preventative a tablespoon a day, or maybe a little more, maybe a tablespoon and a half. The thyme tincture I only take for a cough, but since this is for preventative, another one of the other things that may help with is also lowering blood sugar. And those other things that I listed today, and there's more. But like I said, it does have a lot of antioxidants. I'm going to start out when I first take this, like maybe doing a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon, making sure it agrees with me okay. And then, you know, I might add in a teaspoon a day or a tablespoon a day, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, something like that, and just kind of start off slow. I'll do my own research and then I'll test it myself and see, make sure it's something that's going to agree with me. Anyway, stay tuned for more videos. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe. I do more different types of videos as well. We're going to be doing a sunstoning video soon over in Eastern Oregon, so that'll be coming up real soon. It's one of our favorite things to do over there. We love to sunstone. If you don't know about Oregon sunstones, look that up as well. Especially if you're a rock hounder, you're going to like that. So I'll be doing that one soon. And we just do a lot of different kind of videos. So if you like this kind of thing, consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Share it if you want. And until next time, we'll be keeping life simple.